Very good morning, students. I am Anil Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. In this class, I am going to explain how to calculate the fire insurance claim. While running business, we are exposed to many kind of risk like risk of fire, the risk of accident, the risk of theft, etc. In order to protect from these risks, the businessman needs to purchase fire insurance policy. And this chapter provides a structural knowledge about the maintenance of accounts and accounting treatment to get the compensation money under fire insurance policy norms. In order to calculate fire insurance claim, we need to follow 5 steps. Let's go through the steps. The first step is the preparation of trading account. And this step is prepared for the previous year of fire accident. For example, the fire accident occurred in the year 2015. So, the previous year will be 2014. So, this trading account is prepared for the previous year of fire accident. And the format of this trading account is opening stock is always debited and the closing stock is always credited. Purchase debited and sales credited. Because according to real account rule, debit what comes in. While purchasing, the goods are coming into the business, so purchaser should be debited. And when selling, the goods are going out of the business, so sales should be credited. While recording purchase and sales, we need to deduct the purchase returns and sales return in order to calculate net purchase and net sales. And debit all direct expenses like wages, carriage inward and manufacturing expenses. Carriage inward nothing but is a transportation cost which are incurred at the time of purchase of goods. And here we should not consider the carriage outward because carriage outward is a indirect expenses that is incurred at the time of selling the goods. So, this is the format of trading account. The step number 2 is calculation of gross profit ratio. So, for calculating gross profit ratio, we have formula gross profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. Next, the step number 3 is the preparation of memorandum trading account. And this memorandum trading account is similar to trading account, but the only difference is in trading account we are going to find out the gross profit. Here we are going to find out gross profit. Gross profit will be the balancing figure in trading account, but in memorandum trading account the balancing figure will be stock on the date of fire accident, or it is also called as closing stock. This memorandum trading account and trading account both are very similar. The only difference is the trading account is prepared to find out gross profit and the memorandum trading account is prepared to find out stock on the date of fire accident or closing stock. Next, the step number 4 is calculation of actual amount of loss. So, in order to calculate actual amount of loss, the salvage should be deducted from stock on the date of fire accident. So, what is salvage? Salvage is it's a part of stock which was saved from fire accident. For example, on the date of fire accident, rupees 5,000 worth of stock were lying in a business. So, out of 5 lakh stock, rupees worth of 1 lakh stock was saved from fire accident. That rupees 1 lakh is considered as salvage. That salvage should be deducted from stock on the date of fire, and we should add firefighting expenses. So, firefighting expenses nothing but the expenses incurred to extinguish the fire. So, take stock on the date of fire minus salvage plus firefighting expenses, you will get actual amount of loss. And the last step is calculation of actual amount of claim or the calculation of claim money. While calculating claim money, we need to know whether the policy is overinsured or underinsured. In case of overinsurance, the claim amount will be the actual amount of loss. So, what is overinsurance? If the policy amount is more than the actual value of stock, then it is considered as overinsurance. In case of overinsurance, the claim money will be actual amount of loss. And the second circumstance is underinsurance. In underinsurance, again we have two situations. The first situation is if the entire stock is destroyed. In underinsurance, if the entire stock is destroyed in a fire accident, then the claim amount will be the amount of policy. And the second situation is if the portion of stock were destroyed, which means some portion of the goods were saved from fire accident. In such situation, the claim amount will be calculated by applying average clause formula. So this is the procedure to calculate claim amount. Now I will explain the fire insurance claim by taking one practical problem. So this is the problem. Let's go through the problem. On 15th June 2014, the premises and stock of a firm was destroyed by fire. Here the date of fire accident is 15th June 2014. So this is the date of fire accident. But the accounting records were saved from which the following particulars were available, and this is the data were given to calculate fire insurance claim. The first information is stock on 1/1/2013, which means opening stock, and the stock on 31st/12/2013, this is closing stock. And this problem is given under calendar year because the stock on 1/1/2013 is given, that is 1st January 2013, and the closing stock will be 31st December 2013, which means the problem is given under calendar year and not the financial year. The next, purchases for the year 2013 and sales for the year 2013. So as I said earlier while explaining the steps of fire insurance claim, the first step is trading account, which is prepared for the previous year of fire accident. So here the date of fire accident is June 2014, the previous year will be 2013. The first information, stock on 1/1/2013, this is previous year of fire accident. So this information belongs to trading account. The next, stock on 31st/12/2013, this is also previous year of fire accident. So this data also belongs to trading account. Next, purchases for the year 2013, again previous year, and this transaction also belongs to trading account. And sales for the year 2013, again previous year, belongs to trading account. Now purchases from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014. So this data belongs to memorandum trading account, because memorandum trading account is prepared from the beginning of the current year to till the date of fire accident. So this is the beginning of the current year 1/1/2014, and this is the date of fire accident. So this data belongs to memorandum trading account. The next information is sales from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014. So again this data belongs to memorandum trading account. The next one, carriage outward. We should take carriage inward and not the carriage outward, because carriage outward is a indirect expenses. Carriage outward is a transportation cost which is incurred at the time of selling the goods. So this item or this transaction should not be reported in trading account. Ignore this transaction. And the last information is stock salvage. So salvage nothing but is a part of stock which was saved from fire accident. So this information will be helpful while calculating actual amount of loss. So here we need to calculate the amount of claim. Go through the solution. The first step is preparation of trading account, and the trading account is prepared for the previous year of fire accident. In this problem, the date of fire accident is 15th June 2014. So the previous year will be 2013. So preparation of trading account for the year 2013. In trading account, first record opening stock. 2. Opening stock. So opening stock value is 1,47,000. 1,47,000. Now record the next item, stock on 31st/12/2013, that is closing stock. Closing stock should be credited. So in credit side, by closing stock. The value of closing stock is 1,63,800. 1,63,800. The next item is the purchase for the year 2013. 2013. So this transaction belongs to trading account. Purchases should be debited to purchases. The value of purchases is 7,96,000. 7,96,000. The next transaction is sales for the year 2013. Again, this is previous year of fire accident. That should be reported in trading account. By sales. The value of sales is 9,74,000. And the next transactions are purchases from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014 and sales from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014. And this data belongs to memorandum trading account and not the trading account. Now balance this trading account. Usually credit side is more than debit side in order to calculate gross profit. Sometimes debit side is more than credit side. If credit side is more than debit side, that will result into profit. If debit side is more than credit side, that will result into loss. So in credit side, 9,74,000 plus 1,63,800. The total will be 11,37,800. 11,37,800. The balance figure will be 11,37,800 minus 1,47,000 minus 7,96,000. You will get 1,94,800 as a balancing figure, and this information is considered as gross profit. To gross profit. Now move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is calculation of gross profit ratio. For that we have formula gross profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. So the value of gross profit is 1,94,800. 1,94,800 divided by sales. Here the sales value is 9,74,000. Now the ratio will be 1,94,800 divided by 9,74,000 multiplied by 100. You will get 20%. Gross profit ratio is 20%. It means the profit ratio is 20% on sales, because here we have taken the profit based on sales. That's why the GP percentage is 20% on sales. Now move on to step number 3. The step number 3 is preparation of memorandum trading account, and this account is prepared from the beginning of the current year to the till the date of fire accident. So let's go through the format. First, here we need to record opening stock, but for memorandum trading account opening stock is not given, but the previous year closing stock will be taken opening stock for next year. So previous year closing stock is 1,63,800. This closing stock will become opening stock for next year. So to opening stock 1,63,800. The next transaction is purchases from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014, and this transaction belongs to memorandum trading account. So record purchases. How much purchases? 3,24,000. 3,24,000. The next item, sales from 1/1/2014 to 15/6/2014. Again, this transaction belongs to memorandum trading account and record sales on credit side by sales. The value of sales is 4,62,000. Next, the next item is carriage outward. Carriage outward is an indirect expenses because carriage outward is a transportation cost which is incurred when selling the goods. This item should not be reported in trading account. Ignore that transaction. The last one, salvage. The salvage money will be helpful while calculating actual amount of loss. Now, record gross profit. In previous step, you have calculated the gross profit ratio is 20% on sales. Now, here record amount of gross profit. How much the percentage of gross profit? 20% on sales. Calculate profit on sales. Here the value of sales is 4,62,000 and the rate of gross profit will be 20%. 4,62,000 multiplied by 20%. You will get 92,400. Now make balance. Here memorandum trading account is prepared to find out closing stock or stock on the date of fire accident. Now make balance 1,63,800 plus 3,24,000 plus 92,400. You will get 5,80,200. 5,80,200. Now the balance figure will be 5,80,200 minus 4,62,000. You will get 1,18,200 is the balancing figure, and this information is considered as by stock on the date of fire accident. This is also called as closing stock. Now move on to step number 4. Thus in step number 4, we need to calculate actual amount of loss. First take stock on the date of fire accident. Here stock on the date of fire accident is 1,18,200. Deduct the amount of salvage. Salvage nothing but is a part of stock which was saved from fire accident. So in this problem, the value of salvage is 60,000 rupees. 60,000 rupees. So 1,18,200 minus 60,000 rupees, 58,200. Now add firefighting expenses if any. Firefighting expenses nothing but the expenses incurred to extinguish the fire. So in this problem there is no such expenses, so ignore. You will get actual amount of loss is 58,200. See here on the date of fire accident the value of stock is 1,18,200, but the actual amount of loss is 58,200, which means 60,000 worth of stock were saved from fire accident. Now the last step is calculation of claim money. While calculating claim money, first find out whether the stock is over-insured or under-insured. So in order to find out the stock is over-insured or under-insured, we need the policy amount. But in this problem, the policy amount is not given. So in such circumstances, the claim amount will be the same as actual amount of loss. So step number 5, here step number, I will write here, step number 5, claim amount. Claim amount. So claim amount will be same as actual amount of loss. Here actual amount of loss is 58,200. Rupees 58,200. Okay, thank you.